Hi, I'm Dr. Andy Pivonka. I am the head clinician here at ScoliCare Phoenix, and today I thought I would do a case review to show you what kind of results we can get here with our brace compared to other braces that are available around town. If we look here at this x-ray on the left-hand side, we're going to see a 14-year-old girl who is riser 2-3, closer to riser 2, meaning that she has growth remaining. Her curvature at this point was 43 degrees, upper curve was 28.7 or 29 degrees. And this was the most recent x-ray she had taken at her orthopedic surgeon's office. She had been wearing a brace for 2 to 3 years prior to coming to us. It had been made at the largest orthotist office here in the Valley. And she was seeing steady progression in her curvature. A, because the brace was not aggressive enough, and B, because they were only having her wearing it part-time at 14 hours a day. So I asked if they had had an in-brace x-ray. In-brace x-rays are critical to assess how effective the brace is, and they hadn't had one, and so her mom requested I take an in-brace x-ray. And so on the right-hand side is the x-ray I took of her in her most recent brace. And we can see that the main curve here reduces from 43 down to 30, but the upper curve doesn't do much of anything, it just remains stable. And so for a brace to be effective, it has to have at least a 30% reduction in brace in order to be enough pressure to change the natural history of the scoliosis, which is progression. And so in this case, this is 29%. And so it was right at the margin of effective or not effective. And so her mom asked if we could switch her into a more aggressive brace. In our office, we provide the ScoliBrace, which is an over-corrective brace. And I said, yes, we could do that, and it would probably work a bit better. And so at the request of her mother, we went ahead and assessed her flexibility, and she showed to have good flexibility. She had the ability to have reduction in her curve. And we constructed her a ScoliBrace. And so this is that x-ray of her in her old brace. We see the main curve reducing to 30 degrees. In the ScoliBrace, which is an over-corrective 3-dimensional CAD-CAM designed custom-made brace, we reduce another 10 degrees down to 19.6 or 20 degrees. So that is a substantial improvement in brace. And then we had her wear this brace 20 hours a day over the course of the last year and a half. I was also able to increase the action on this brace by applying additional padding here at the apical level. And also I put padding underneath the brace here and drove this right shoulder up, and we were able to reduce these curves even more. And so on the left-hand side, we see this is our result in the ScoliBrace. So our main curve reduces again another 10 degrees down to 19.6 or 20. The upper curve remains stable at 28. But with the addition of corrective pads against the apex here, and also I put a pad in the right axle and drove the shoulder higher, we were able to reduce the main curve another 6 degrees down to 13.6. And we also got reduction in the upper curve by 6 degrees from 28 down to 22. And then she wore this configuration of the brace aggressively 20 hours a day for the next year and a half. And we were able to reduce her curvature from the initial angle of 43 degrees to a finishing angle of around 28 degrees. And so our final result is this. We began with a curvature, a main curve at 43 degrees, 29 degrees on top. After a year and a half with a more aggressive brace, a more aggressive ScoliBrace, and also the addition of scoliosis specific exercise, which in our office we call ScoliBalance, she was able to reduce her main curve from 43 to 28.5. And her top curve reduced from 29 to 25.6. She's got good balance. She's a riser 4 now. She has cleared all of the hurdles for weaning, and now she's slowly but surely coming out of brace, and her numbers are staying stable. So what this means for her is that with a curve lower than 30 degrees, she should have a stable spine throughout adulthood. She has no pain. She has a good balanced spine, and she's not going to have surgery. And so if you are experiencing results like this, if you're having progression despite wearing a brace, and you're looking for another opinion or another way, you can certainly contact us here at ScoliCare East. Our phone number is 480-892-0022, and our web address is scolicare.com/east-phoenix-arizona. Again, I'm Dr. Andy with ScoliCare, where we provide the right treatment at the right time.